From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning.
Touchdown, Saints. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it.
He's got a man, complete. Down the sideline he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Pierce trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. To throw, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, and that is incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They run, it's Kamara. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On the set. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Texans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pierce will try to pick it up. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Shoves him away. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Play action. Here's Stroud sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Stroud sets up the play action. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Stroud. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
At the Saints 11-yard line.
18 rattling.
Stroud to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Now inside the 25, and he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara, 44 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Carr. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Patterson's kick is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Pierce with a motivated run there. No surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
60 back. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Carr to throw again.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drive. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. Stroud off the play fake. This is caught. It's ball. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on second and inches. Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Buying time to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
60 average, 60 average, 70 range, 70 range, trap 50, trap 50.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Devin Singletary, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud to throw it. 5 in Schultz. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
Now Stroud. They'll They'll get this complete to Collins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
On is the punter, Johnston, now, as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. Well, the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 2nd down.
6:37.
Carr. Flushed out right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Patterson now for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Saints 31, Texans 24.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone.
79 Broncos. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers. Ready, ready?
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Saints, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.